Hello Cancer, this is your extended reading. So I am already smiling with my whole heart because, well, first of all, to begin this part, the second part of the reading, I have to actually add something that wasn't in the first part, and I think it's essential because it's just the link to this second part. So in the bottom of the deck of the first part was the Empress, right? So it feels like in this bottom row where you were finding the unity of mind and heart, right? Because you were finally finding room to breathe and to express who you are. It feels like, oops, here you have this energy surrounding you that is so healing. The word that's coming through is healing, but I feel like it's healing your feminine side. I feel like because your logic, your practical side, your decision oriented mind was just so masculine that you just turned off your feminine side, right? But you, Cancer, you are the mother of the zodiac, right? So you are feminine by nature. This is your nature. And I feel like this energy surrounding you is just a reminder that this is your true power, right? Your sensitivity, right? So aligning and uniting sensibility with sensitivity is just so nurturing to yourself. You are feeding your own soul. And wow, this is so beautiful, Cancer. I'm so happy. I'm feeling it in my body as if like I'm being fed like with, light and love. This is so gorgeous. I hope you feel it too. So, okay, so wow, this is just quite a beginning to the second part, but I have to tell you, there's more and there's plenty of major energies because, so this was the bottom of the first part, right? And guess what is the first card that came on the second part? The Emperor, right? I don't remember exactly what reading had these two energies too, but I did a reading before this one that had these two energies too. But either way, I feel like here you are okay. So there are two messages with this thing, with these two cards, is that here, because it was the bottom of the deck, it feels like you are still about to find your true power, right? It's still something that's it's in your subconscious, right? It's just a surrounding energy. So you're not quite feeling like the Empress yet. I feel like you are. At some point you will. And this one, so this is the first message. So here comes along the Emperor, right? Extreme masculine power, right? And here I'm not getting so much like an authority. I feel like it's an energy that's really humble and really charming. Oh, Cancer. I feel like when you meet this one, it's going to be such a delight. I'm just smiling for you because I feel this meeting, and I feel like as soon as these two energies come to the surface, and it could be like a really like a literal meeting, in the 3D realm, you and another, you're going to realize your true feminine power, because this one is the mirror to this masculine, and it's just such a beautiful blend, just such a balance. Like, I feel like with this one, you're not going to feel confined. I feel like actually this one is helping you to become the Empress, to finally what's the word, to not be ashamed of your power, not be afraid to just come to show up to life as the Empress, right? Cancer. Woo! I can feel the bigness of this. This is incredible. So, I told you there are major energies here, right? So, right after the Emperor, Judgment, and the Star. So, let's talk about the alignment of the stars. Because this is what's coming through these two cards, right? It feels like, so the message that came straight away with these two cards is this meeting, this blend. Oh yeah, right, I forgot the second part of the message between the Emperor and the Empress. So here, the second part was that this one that is extreme, that is this force of masculinity, will bring up your femininity. Oops, I hope I said that correctly, but you know what I mean. It feels like you both have such a balance of both energies. And it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, right? It feels like both of you have these two energies really balanced. And it's beautiful because they are being used in the exact precise situations that they need to be, right? Sensibility and sensitivity. Both of you know how to use your own power and your own strengths in the right time, in the right situations. Okay. That was the second message of these two cards. So here, it's just such a simple, right? Remember I was talking about in the first part how sometimes the simplest of the messages are the ones that we neglect the most, right? Or overlook. So here, it is simple because these cards are just so, the messages in them are just, they come in simple words. So here, the message that came through was, this meeting is written in the stars, right? By a higher power. One that you may have a feeling, you may have an intuition that this meeting was about to happen. In fact, your intuition was trying to talk to you all along. And maybe that's why maybe you were afraid of your own intuition, because you knew the power of this meeting, because you were afraid of your own expectations of the past, right? So you were just trying to bring logic and reason. But you cannot forget or shut down your intuition, right? When something is written in the stars, as this message is saying, you can just, the best that you can do is just go with the flow, right? And it will lead you to the right path, to the right decisions, even though your mind has to be like just the volume of your mind has to be just turned down a little bit, right? And here, after the Star and Judgment, came the Two of Wands. So this Two of Wands came with a really peculiar and particular message that was two beings that are really centered, that are really self-aware. They're really conscious about who they are, individually come in alignment. Oh, Cancer, this is so beautiful. I'm actually excited for you. I have to say. So yeah, like it feels like here I'm actually quite emotional now, Cancer. Maybe you were expecting this and you were afraid of your own expectations. So that's why maybe you were choosing your mind, right? Because you were afraid. Were you afraid to love again? Don't be. Don't be, Cancer. Don't be afraid to love again. Your heart is so big, it's so expensive, and you're not gonna lose yourself if you open your heart to another. Because here, this card is saying you both have so much to give to each other, and you're both such steady people, individuals, right? So you won't, both of you won't lose the sense of each one's values, and you know what I mean? Because you are in relationship, you were so aligned. Both of you were so aligned. This is so gorgeous. So I'm saying this because I feel like this Emperor is coming in with an invitation for you. They have something to say to you, and it feels like an invitation to go on an adventure, on a trip. It may be quite literally a trip, like you have to travel somewhere. They're inviting you to travel to some, I feel like it's some place that you've never been, right? So Page of Swords, Six of Swords, and Death. So Cancer, I'm just like breathing deeply because I feel like this is how you're receiving this invitation. I feel like you're just you're not finding the words, just like I am not finding the words right now. It feels like a really good surprise, right? So here they come with this invitation, right? And it feels like such an innocence invitation, such a oh, what's the word? It was on the tip of my tongue. Harmless. Such a harmless invitation. So you're not understanding your reaction. I don't think he is either, or this one is either. But because I feel like maybe you know that if you embark on this adventure, on this trip, right, with the Six of Swords, you are going to cross this bridge or this door. Actually, this card always reminds me of this slightly open door. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like this one is inviting you to cross, to step through this door that is unknown to you. And I feel like your intuition is telling you. If not, maybe these cards are here to tell you that once you say yes to this invitation and you go on this trip, you go on this new journey with them, I feel like you are going to be completely transformed, you know? And maybe this is exactly what you need, right? To become the Empress, because the old version of yourself has to die in a way, you know? And they're here to accompany you, you know, to be this guardian, to be this, I don't feel like guardian, I feel like more like yeah, I don't know, just a companion, like a really good companion, right? And so, okay, so this is beautiful. I feel like once you cross, because I feel like you may hesitate a little bit in the beginning because you're a little bit like, left without words, so you're not responding instantly to this invitation, but I feel like you are going to accept that this has to occur, that this transformation is actually overdue, right? You have to go on this transformation so you can become the Empress. And not only that, because I feel like once you cross this door and you step to the other side and you see this new place, okay, so the feeling that I'm getting is that on the other side of it, there are no boundaries, right? Even so here, because here somebody defined your boundaries, and then you, by using your logic, your mind, you were capable of opening it up a little bit more. Here, I feel like on this other side, it's a space with no boundaries, Cancer. It's something that it's just so expensive that you cannot see the limits, you cannot see the boundaries. And why I say that, because on the bottom of this second part, guess who showed up to greet you on this other side? The High Priestess. So I feel like this one is showing up to tell you, to show you, to empower you to become, to realize, actually, it's not to become, it's to realize that you are the Empress, to take it from your subconscious into your conscious awareness, right? And to step up and be side by side, aligned, remember? Aligned with this Emperor, right? And here, I feel like after you cross this door, I feel like you're going to become aware of this spaciousness, of this boundaryless space that is actually the way it's coming through. Like, if you are afraid to explore your nature, your watery nature, that is just who you are, that, and if we think of like the ocean, there are no boundaries, right? The land may be the boundary of an ocean, but it feels like in the water, when you're like submersed in the water, there are no boundaries, right? And you were afraid to realize that, because it is really powerful. And here, I feel like when this transformation happens, you are going to realize your true power. Cancer, this is really big, and your intuition is like trying to tell you that it's like it's an increasing degree of exposure to your true power, right? You know what I mean? I feel like it's so big that words are not even able to capture what I mean by that, but I hope you feel, right? You feel what I mean. Cancers out there, I know that you know what I mean when I say I feel that, right? Feeling is your word, right? So I feel like you are feeling the bigness of this. So, wow, after all of that, and my cards are all just jumbled up. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what else can be said about this, right? With the astrological runes. Oh, actually, I'm going to do it with my left hand. Okay. So, I feel like I know why I had to pick it with my left hand, actually, right? our left side is associated with our feminine side, right? And so the rune that came was Chiron, right? This is our fragility. This is our sensitivity, right? This is our soft spot. This is our vulnerability. This is our true nature. This is the core of who we are, of who you are, Cancer. And it's so Chiron in astrology is the wounded healer, right? Because he's been wounded, he becomes this powerful healer, right? One who questions his pain, one who looks at his pain with openness, with acceptance, with truth, right? So I feel like this Chiron here is reminding you, Cancer, about your truth. It may be painful at first to admit to yourself that your true power relies in your sensitivity, right? And in a world that is so crushing and so harsh, it may be really difficult to show your sensitivity without being crushed, right? So I feel like you have built yourself an armor, like with this Queen of Swords, for a long time, right? Because you had to survive the restrictions of the circumstances that you were in, right? But I feel like this is in the past, maybe a recent past, right? Maybe you're still in this deciding phase of which way do I go, my mind or my heart. But this Chiron is saying, don't look away from what feels painful to you, because it is a way that your intuition is showing you that you are stronger than you think. And your strength is not in your mind. Your strength, Cancer, is in your sensitivity. And you have so much to give, right? So don't be afraid of showing your fragility, because your fragility is your strength. Wow, Cancer. This was a deep reading. I don't know why I'm even surprised, because coming like from, I am myself a Cancer, so sometimes I am surprised with my own power. Maybe that's for me too. I just have to remember that. As maybe you do right now, Cancer. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helps you some way. And thank you so much for being here with me. I hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.